Did you know that the decision to take Australians to war comes down to just one person? The Prime Minister, Scott Morrison. Just one person, not a vote of Parliament, not a plebiscite of the people, not a decision of the military establishment and the Cabinet, just one man. Now in the US, it's a vote of Congress. In the UK, it's a vote in UK Parliament. In Australia, it's Scott Morrison. Our reporter Tasha May is calling around every politician in Australia's federal parliament, and she's putting to them, do you think it's a good idea that taking Australians to war comes down to one man? We're rolling these out right now. We've rolled a few out. We've talked to Pauline Hanson, Zali Steggall, Brendan O'Connor, who's Labor's defence spokesman. We've talked to another dozen politicians already, and we're ringing them every day to find out what they think. Well, clearly the coalition, it's their policy and they're in power, so they're clearly going to stick with what they've got at the moment. Privately, not all of them believe that the decision of just one man to take Australia to war is a good thing. I mean, when you look at the wars that Australia's been dragged into, we just left Afghanistan, 20 years, disaster, war crimes, suicides, huge distress from veterans that have been pushed into this war. Iraq, 2 million people dead, total disaster. Vietnam, disaster. What are the good ones? I can't think of a good one. Now there is an argument for a quick decision, but surely Parliament could get together and have a quick vote. Right at the moment, there's a lot of push in the media, as we've seen the beating the drums to war with China. Where's that coming from? A lot of it is coming from the military-industrial establishment. Organisations like ASPI, the Australian Strategic Policy Institute, which calls for much higher military spending. Who does this benefit? It benefits foreign multinational weapons companies. We have to ask, to what extent is Australia's stance on China being influenced by foreign multinational weapons makers? Now, Labor's position on this is a funny one. We know that political parties all want to vote as a bloc because disunity is death. The official position from Labor is, let's have an inquiry. I mean, frankly, we think there should be an inquiry into inquiries because there are so many inquiries that people just don't care anymore. Labor should be decisive about this. And by way of background, not many Labor people think that it's a good idea that Scott Morrison makes the sole decision to take this country to war. But the official position is, let's have an inquiry. We've seen the vaccination rollout. We've seen the response to the bushfires. Do you think it's a good idea to give sole power to Scott Morrison to take Australia to war? Or anyone for that matter?